and welcome to another episode of Goa 365's Story Behind the Story. Now, this is a very specific episode which I think we've done this some time back, but there has been not much change despite what everybody's been talking about. This is about the road digging and the infrastructure works which are happening in the capital city and surroundings under the aegis of the smart city works. Panjim is still a mess and the rains are a couple of months away. The Lok Sabha elections are going to come up probably in a month or so. So to discuss this issue before we get into the total election type of a mode is a very senior panel of people who are from Panjim, in and around Panjim and involved in Panjim business, whether it is business, whether it is whether citizens or people who have been covering this particular issue. Without much ado, I would like to introduce the panel, starting with a very senior politician and a former councillor from the Mala area, Minin D. Cruz. Minin Bab, welcome to our show.
Yeah, thank you.
Francis Coelho, General Secretary of AAP. Francis Bab, welcome to our show. Cecil Rodriguez, activist, a businesswoman, politician, I don't know, she wears many hats, but I would like to introduce her as a socio-political activist. Jagbab Sukija, businessman from Panjim, living in Panjim, and the Vice President, North Goa Vice President of the GCCI. Travel and Tourism Association of Goa, North Vice President, Jagbab Sukija. Welcome to our show. And last but not the least, our own Subhashish Bab Goekar, journalist who has been covering smart city for some time, including the trucks going in and out, and he will give us some amusing stories of what happens outside his house. So, Subhashish Bab, welcome. Now, Minin Bab, now Ata to me, you have seen Panjim over the years. You've been in politics, you've been in BJP, you've been in the council, you've been for a long time. You have been. What is it about this smart city? What is it? What is the reason behind why the government wanted to change this Panjim into a so-called smart city? Kide exactly? Reason, according to you.
Reason and now I can bejar if you're fed up of hearing this smart city. See, when I was council सोडल्यार आता 3 वर्सां जाली. तेजे पयलीं 3 वर्सां 4 वर्सां पयलीं आहलें, सो 7 वर्सां. येदीशी स्मॉल पेंजीम सिटी करपाक तुमकां 7-8 वर्सां लागता आनी तेंय बी आजून कंप्लीट जायना. आनीक अशें दिसता की आनीक एक विजन पळयत जाल्यार आनीक दिसता 2-3 वर्सांनी काबार जातलें. सो तुमकां पयशे येवन लेगून तुमकां दाखोवन दिलें की तुमचे कडेन 10-15 वर्सांनी हें कामां जायना म्हणून, आनी अशें जावंक उपकारना आसलेलें. आनी तरी आसतना इतलें काम करूनय तें सगळें इनकम्प्लीट काम आसा. केन्ना खंयचो ट्रक भायर सरता सांगूंक जाय. आतां आमी मातसो डिस्कशन करता, भायर वचत जाल्यार खंयची गाडी पडलेली मेळो ती सांगूंक जायना. दीस इज द फेट वी आर फेसींग. बिजनसान हा ते सगळे त्रासान पडले. लोक बडे लोन काडूंक भोंवता आनी पर्सनली हांव जाणा कितले जाण लोन काडून आपल्याचें हें करतात, चलयतात. बिजनस डिस्ट्रिब्युशन हा म्हाजी हा डिस्ट्रिब्युशन आमचो बिजनस 40% सुमार डावन जालो बिकॉज ऑफ दीस स्मार्ट सिटी. आनी आजून पळयत जाल्यार अशें कोणूय एकलो सांगना की बाबा केन्ना कंप्लीट जातलें म्हणून. थोड्यांनी सांगलां 31 मे जातलें म्हणून कंप्लीट, बट दॅट प्रॉमिसीस इज लायक आमचे कितें तो हें काजिनो काडटा ते भाशेन. सो दीस एवरीबडी नोज अबावट इट. संजीत म्हणटा आपूण ट्राय करता, पूण संजिता कडेन जावचें ना. 100% हांव सांगता संजिता कडेन जावचें ना. मागीर ती हेज्या भाशेन तारीख पे तारीख म्हणटा ते भाशेन डेटीचेर डेट येतली आनी कांयच न्हू. एंड द पीपल ऑफ पेंजीम हॅज टू सफर एंड लेट देम सफर बिकॉज ऑफ द रॉंग कॅन्डिडेट वीच दे हॅव चोज्ड. दिस इज वॉट माय फायनल स्टेटमेंट इज.
Okay, thanks. In this round, next round, I'm sure you will go even further. Francis Bab, this is what Minin Bab is saying is, this is what he's saying, it's basically political will. Like you also being a politician, is this a political will or basically it is a lack of vision or what according to you? What is the... So see, there are challenges no doubt to implement anything, but 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, 500, 600, I don't know how many crores, hundreds of crores. What is the issue according to you?
See, it's not 6 or 7 years, it's exactly 8 years, okay? And to answer that question, this is a proper national scam by the BJP. It's not just only in Goa. Okay, it's a proper national scam. Now, I'll just take you to 8 years back when they announced these smart cities, right? They announced that we will select 100 cities in the country and we will make them smart cities, right? How do they select these smart cities, right? They just randomly, whoever was their, chief ministers that were good to the central government, they asked them, and there was a lot of 18 months, there was a lot of back and forth. And then suddenly they announced the 100 smart cities, out of which we celebrated that Panjim is one of those smart cities, right? Because Parikar was there and we got Panjim selected. But if you look at what is the concept of a smart city, this is a very Scandinavian, Western European concept, right? So smart cities are basically cities in the Scandinavia and the Western European region. Their basic infrastructure is already there. Stormwater drains, underground cabling, all of this, working traffic lights, all of this is already there. Now, on top of that infrastructure, the next level is called smart cities. So, driverless traffic is a concept of smart city. Completely synchronized traffic lights. आमच्या हिंगा एक traffic light चालू जाता, दुसरी बंद जाता. The traffic is so badly managed, but synchronized traffic lights, that was smart cities, right? Then, like last mile connectivity of cabling, every time you have to put a cable, anywhere you construct in the city or reconstruct, there is a cable reached that place where you will get internet, you will get electricity and you will get gas, right? Underground. This was smart city, right? So this Scandinavian concept, our Mr. Modi, the prime minister, new prime minister at that time, he wanted new tricks to fool people and scam people. So they came up and they said, "Ami Korea smart cities." Okay. अरे आमचे basic infrastructure नाच आमी underground cabling जाऊन कुछ ना इंगा. तुका smart city करून तेजेर कहो कोत्तलो. It's like saying I have not done my graduation but हाँ LLB करून गेला directly. तू 10th pass जाऊंग ना तू LLB करून जाए ना तुकडे. So this was the scam from the beginning. So on the basis of smart city, new concept आळने JNRUM funds वास्ता थे. They allocated these funds, right? And they said, get these things done, Wi-Fi and all of this stuff. But to do all of that, Panjim has no basic infrastructure that is in place. Right? There aren't enough traffic signals to synchronize. Signals na to synchronize ko guttalo. Tuko pole signal launch battele. Then traffic planning koche battele. Magir tuka tejer yeah synchronize. So this was a scam from the beginning. 8 years back this started. Last year, there was a parliamentary standing committee had a report on the same, and they have said, the parliamentary standing committee report said that 68 of these smart cities out of 100 have failed to deliver miserably. The ones that have delivered are I can name 3 that have delivered, but they also have not delivered 100%. Agra, Udaipur, and maybe one more, which was Varanasi, because that's the Prime Minister's constituency. Agra, Varanasi and Udaipur are the ones who have delivered the maximum, but they 90% delivery झाले. Physical delivery, tender सगळे काढता बाहेर, पण physical delivery काय जायना. Tender काढलो Wi-Fi चो, entire city will be Wi-Fi. Physical delivery जायना. Tender पडला, त्यांनी केला किती करून ना, that is irrelevant. This parliamentary standing committee said that 68 of these cities are nothing is delivered, and X amount of money that is spent over the last 8 years is completely wasted. So what do you understand by this is that the BJP government at the center has basically found an excuse to spend money which will then be allocated to people who will then reverse it and it will come back into their pockets in some way. So if you look at it and study this subject, it's a proper national scam in the name of smart cities. Like a city like Varanasi, so Panjim is 100x better than Varanasi. Varanasi kaits na hale. Underground stormwater drain muncha tengodes naach. At least in Panjim city, the Portuguese had built stormwater drains. These people were searching for them. In Varanasi, nobody built stormwater drains. Nobody. Munche kaun hai bandhu kunch na. So in a city like Varanasi, how you can do smart city? Are the city poili basic tuka ready zaunga, teka magir to smart kottalo. But this is why this was such a large scam. And the general public, they don't read, they don't understand. And sarkar sango hi na tuka. But gahle kone smart city Scandinavia Zurich and launch zale. Singapore was called a smart city. Zurich was one of the best smart cities in the world. Zurich's infrastructure, the quality of life is phenomenally good. The only quality of life is the number 1 place in the world. Switzerland is the number 1 country in the world as far as standard of living is concerned. Tenka smart city munche kide driverless traffic, synchronized traffic lights, last mile connectivity of your homes, right? Before you get into your car, you don't have to put on Google Maps ki where you're going and check traffic. The car like asks you where will you be traveling to, and if this tells you if you're going to office, avoid these routes. You know, that is called smart city. Here this was absolutely like, you know, a scam, because you can't build these smart cities. It's not possible. So they're fooling the public by saying smart city, and then what we end up seeing, kide ata godla te ponje te soglang pong dista.
Okay, thanks Francis. Cecil ma'am, now we have seen Francis has given us a thing. What is a smart city? What you feel now? You roam around in Panjim and you're an activist and you are also this. So what do you feel? What is this whole thing like? Are we happy? Are Ponjekar going to be happy? Are the surrounding areas, Taligaonkar going to be happy? What is the scene?
I think so. For the last 3-4 years, no one's happy. Whether Taligaonkars entering into Panjim, I feel really sorry for the Ponjekars because they are in a really miserable state, and we see day in and day out what is happening. I mean, it's on news every day. But what Francis said is very important. If your infrastructure is not right, you can't go ahead doing something ahead. So what we have done wrong is we wanted to construct left, right and center, you know, permissions are given for building, for everything. We don't have proper sewage. If you see, the first digging that happened is because of sewage. 20 years in power and you're telling me that there's no sewage connection line, and you have given left, right and center connections everywhere. And then, you know, the underground cabling. From when this has been going on? So the whole thing is what Francis, I think so, narrated it, and I think so this should be said to everyone, because everyone thinks smart city is what, but no one realizes how it has come and how it has transpired down into in Goa, and how the people of Panjim are suffering. All that I can say to the people and to the government is there's no planning, because it had to be done, it's done. No proper paperwork, no proper documentation of where the pipes are, where the electrical wires, where the water connection, day in and day out, everything is being broken. And that is the disaster also we can see. So there's nothing, they just are in a hurry now because they have to finish it in 2024. And I don't think, doesn't look like it's going to happen. Alright, so it's like, you know, this debate will keep on happening. But the ground reality is the people who are traveling on those roads, like me, I'm a citizen who uses that road, and all of us use those roads, are like, being the capital city today, it's a shame. And on top of that, our state, I mean our capital city is winning worldwide, national-wide trophies and saying it's one of the best cities. Sorry that I've said it right now. But it is like, should we celebrate? Today, is Panjim ready to celebrate this award? They can't, because it's a disaster. And on what grounds? I don't know. As he said, higher up it comes, favorite cities, election is about to happen, they will just nominate people. But on what grounds, I don't know. But
Jack, what do you see? You're a businessman, tourism, capital city. What is this? Is it good? Is it going to be good? Last 2 years was good. As it is, tourism is like, you know, shaky. What is according to you? What is the scene?
See, per se, you know, everyone looks, any government department first looks at getting funds. So 1,000 crores has come in. So that, if you look at it per se, when you look at it, it's a good thing. But then you have to also see how you execute, right? And the execution, to be very frank, has been horrible. You look at it, you are starting from 2015 to, it's 9 years hence. Where has all this money gone? What is the output? And at the end of it, now you are in this challenge to complete everything. Everything is being done very haphazardly, and businesses are affected. I know small businesses which have taken loans, which, you know, there were biryani stalls set up at Kakula Mall, who have come and said that, you know, boss, we have to close because we can't run like this. People can't access our businesses. Also, what is also very sad from a personal point of view is, I like to walk around Panjim. There are and if you see, the best areas to walk around Panjim today are the DB Road from Kala Academy going up to, say, Inox or just beyond. And why is that? Because it's the tree cover that is there, right? And we know today with global climate change and the heat that is being generated, each city has to have a heat action map. Now, in the name of smart city, what do? You have this forest park. This was all infrastructure created by first Chief Minister Dayanand Marnodkar when he landfilled those areas. He created the Gymkhana, he created. And what have you done in that forest park? There was a walkway which was going there. That walkway was supposed to end at the forest park. There was a natural forest right over there. That is your best protection against climate change. In the name of development, you've created like a footpath which is connecting with a bridge which has no scientific basis. You have destroyed a urban forest and you're calling that smart. It is like putting some cosmetic gauze on a patient who is decaying of cancer and saying, boss, you will survive for 3 more years. You have not even opened that creek up properly. So I think that for me is the worst way smart city has been executed. So anyway, in a nutshell, there's still till 31st May. Let's hope. There seems to be at the end at least a couple of roads seem to be better. Like if you see the parking along where Club Vasco is, or if you check from Mahalakshmi temple going to Govinda temple, there seems to see some systematic things happening there. Hopefully they work. But for me the worst example is what has happened with that Parshuram Setu or the Yog Setu connecting to, and the tree cover which has been destroyed. So I don't think there's been any vision, any planning. It's just like money has come, let's have a party, let's see where it goes.
But Jack, 1,000 crores is a lot of money. How many zeros I don't think I'll be able to count. It's a lot of money. So where has that money gone? Does it look as if Panjim has got that type of money? Does it look?
Okay,
I don't see now. We both of us have grown up in Panjim. I think all of us have grown up in Panjim, right from, from your area. I've grown up in your area, right from school. What is different in Panjim? Anything has changed?
You can, I think we just have to wait and watch, right? What was working has been dismantled.
Dismantle, exactly.
Exactly. Because, I mean, like, suppose if like we had come from Dubai or some other place, we have lived in Panjim, we have grown up.
In
What
fact,
has changed?
there used to be a meme which is to go on Facebook, like Punjekars are complaining, this is not working, you can't reach Inox, whatever. And Mapshekars are like, what is all this? Today Mapshekars are saying, we have roads, our roads are Punjekars are saying, you have roads, so you can just, we are better than.
Yeah. Subhashish, you have been covering this thing, and in fact, you have a problem sometimes getting out of your house. So tell us something, what exactly, how exactly, what has been happening since you've been covering this? I think the work has started about a year back, full swing. Before that, it was on and off and on and off.
I mean, initially they gave it like a very flowery image, like, smart city, you'll have Wi-Fi, you'll have good traffic lights, AI cameras, security would be nice, your crime detection would go up. But implementation, when it came again, like they all said, it slacked completely. They inaugurated the first road which was completed under the smart city at Bal Bhavan. They had a big party, you had all the ministers, everyone, and they had balloons being set off and all there. And that was it. And after that, it was like, it went all downhill from that. They just started digging up roads. They were dug. Then they forgot about them. Half were just left like that. Then we had a slight uproar. Then they patched it up before rains. Then again they dug them up. Then they said we're going to lay lines now, and then we're going to resurface them. Now some roads are cemented, some roads are tarred. There is no clarity why some are tarred, why some are cemented. Then during rains they said it would not flood. 18 June road did flood during the last rains, albeit for a short time. There were improvements. But yeah, it did not kind of meet the plans that were put forward. They had a big proposal that they put that things would be systematic and all. But in the end there was nothing that was followed as such. I would suddenly leave to come to work and that road was shut. Without any warning, nothing whatsoever. There's just a road closed. Then I had to find an alternative road. Then that alternative road sometimes would have another big hole dug up for sewerage work. Then you'd have trucks falling in between. And there was no plan, no one knew what was going to happen next, where the work is going to start, whether this road will be finished first, whether I can get to work from this route or not. Like even something as simple as that was hard to know because there was no information coming from the authorities. It was very, very in the dark, like what exactly were they doing from their end itself. Then we also had the shift in the MDs. Sanjay Rodriguez came on board and he said things would get, and now he's saying 31st. But again, we are only seeing the physical changes that are being implemented. There's a lot of soft changes, the e-governance, the Wi-Fi, the AI camera systems, better policing, the e-beat system that was supposed to be implemented. There are a lot of things that are not being spoken of, but their only focus right now is on the physical infrastructure, that is just the roads and footpaths that are happening.
Yeah, thanks Subhashish. But from what I know and from what Francis has underlined, this infrastructure is not part of smart city. This is basic infrastructure.
This is basic
what we are talking about. Now, basic infrastructure itself has the government has not, or the CCP or whoever has not been able to provide. So, Mirin Bab, What is the smart part of it first? First, basic infrastructure they have to do, no? 1,000 crores they have spent
Yeah.
for us to, I don't know, go swimming, and then the MLA says, why are you guys highlighting all this? The people of Panjim are very happy with what's happening. And then they said before, I think the last one was even funnier. There's a rainbow after the rain.
After the
rainbow. I didn't know our MLA was a poet, but anyway. Minimum, you are close to him in many ways. What is he trying to say? I haven't understood. I mean, may not be now, but you were very close once. What is the logic of all this?
See, when you cannot deliver something, then you talk such things.
But he's somebody who normally delivers.
Yeah, he delivered.
Yeah.
We can see some
But
certain things
he's
which
just
was
given up
going
on
on in Talegaon we have seen. But
Yes.
see, right from the beginning, the things
No,
were
I
not
beg
going.
to differ. We've not seen
Yeah,
anything
same
in
here.
Talegaon that is
No,
delivered.
no.
Okay.
No. Back to the
Let's
first
not. I will come back.
we have seen. We were there in Talegaon. We worked from Talegaon. I know there. Such big roads and certain develop. You may say that he has not done for these 10 years, but initially Talegaon was not.
No, but
this
right
way.
now we're talking about Panjim.
Now let us talk about
We'll
the
come to
Panjim.
Talegaon later, because outside my place is
Panjim,
big road going.
Panjim, he has spoken, but he could not deliver it.
Why?
Because
Not interested?
not interested. No, very simple thing. Whatever the money has come, before giving the tenders and all those things, they push gale on commission basis only.
How? 1,000 crores is a lot.
See,
of
today
money.
you can go and ask Sanjit Rodriguez why the work is not getting completed. He cannot dictate terms to those contractors and those people there, because if he fires them or if he wants to get the work done from them, he is been pressurized by the ministers and the chief ministers and all. Deliver
That's why the contractors are so arrogant.
Yeah.
When I get back to Subhash,
See,
we'll give
today-
you some examples of the arrogance of the contractors. Of the
Okay,
shit
I
work they're doing in Bangalore.
Puran, why the contractors are not putting the date of commencement at the day of completion?
That's by, as per law, they are supposed to do it.
They are not putting the date. As he is saying that when he comes out of the house tomorrow, early morning, he doesn't know whether that the road will be closed or not. Huh?
Francis.
See, sir,
Now you can
I would like to
about
just put a rebuttal on that. If you look
Okay.
at, see, this garbage that people talk about, that Talegaon has been developed by Mr. Montserrat, who was the then MLA, is absolute bullshit. I'll tell you why. Main road that's got developed was from the university to Miramar, to Donabala Circle, and then from Donabala Circle to Miramar. That was the only road that got developed, first of all. That was developed by the Goa State Infrastructure and Development Corporation, that was formed by the state government. The MLA of Panjim, in fact, had opposed that road. So bypass Zatalo Poe, Miramar te Ponjo Aspajo, MLA had opposed that road, saying that we don't want this road. So no. So this garbage about how he has developed Talegaon is absolute crap. He puts it, he spins these stories, okay, and then people who are his close chamchas, they propagate the story and go on. So he has done absolutely nothing as far as development is concerned.
Moving on.
Now, as far as the development of the Panjim, he is saying that 31st May he will, it will be completed. Why doesn't he give us an assurance that what will he do if it's not completed? See, in at Aam Aadmi Party, we are putting fines on ourselves in Delhi, and we are saying we are going to deliver your services in 7 days. Dina, let's say a driving license, for example. Driving license, तुका आमी 7 दिसान दिना, जाल्यार तू बिंदास चलय. तुकोणे कोण दोरूंक जायना, because it will be deemed that your driving license has been given. In 7 days, we have to give you a rejection or we have to give you the license. Like this particular Mr. Montserrat has never given assurances. He gave people assurances that the casinos will be removed. Like this, he's been giving assurances left, right and center. And people are just lapping it up, right? Because they don't have any other option, or I don't know what is the reason why they're lapping it up. But the main problem is that these assurances have to come with something. Will he step down? Will he spend his own money? Will he hold someone accountable? He's giving the assurance, right? When you give the assurance, if tomorrow I give an assurance that I will pay my taxes on time and I don't pay my taxes on time, I am fined heavily. GST आमी महिन्याच्या बोत्ता. जाय ना जाल्यार मागीर आमकां कितले fine पडटा. So same thing should be, these people should be held liable, accountable, no? बेश्टे म्हणून काय फायदा नो? ते कितले जणे, how many things he has said? There n number of things he has said, and it's frustrating, it's irritating, and it's I feel like sorry for
So
the
you
people.
blame the MLA for the mess which is
No,
happening
no,
in Panjim?
I don't blame him completely.
But he's part of it.
Yeah, like
Very
I
big
said,
part of
I
it.
said this is a national scam. He's been late to join the scam, but he's also joined the scam. But he's joined the scam.
But he's criticized the all the contractors and all, but I don't see any action being taken against those contractors.
See, as an astute politician, no, he has to do little bit of shosha. As an astute politician, he has to do. He can't just wash his hands completely. He has to do little bit of. He has to crack the whip somewhere. So a contractor dolla mashe taka kidam unle.
But any action was taken against the contractor? Not
No,
that I
nothing.
know.
Nothing.
Never.
No, zero action. No. But he will talk. Ami contractor apoila. We will blacklist. We will. That same thing happened when the Bandodkar road got washed away 2 monsoons back, right? He said the contractor will get blacklisted. We put an RTI in the PWD. There's no contractor getting blacklisted.
Nobody, not till date, not even Nilesh. No. Okay, Francis, yeah, guys, just give me a break. We have to. We are out of time. We'll come back in after the break. Thank you. Keep watching Goa 365.